Greetings, YouTube! Golly, 300 subs. Madness.
Madness. This is
Longbow. So, when I hit 200 subscribers, I ended up making this thing. This is a nifty little slingshot. It was actually supposed to be made out of aluminum, but unfortunately I couldn't get my fire quite hot enough, so I ended up making it out of silver. But this time around, at 300 subs, we're gonna do the silver slingshot. Follow me. Whoops, I just said silver. I meant aluminum, or more specifically, aluminium. That's the fancy, correct way to say it. So, first things first, I'll show you the materials I'm using to make this slingshot. Starting off with this. This is going to be the body of my mold. It's just a wooden hollow square made out of 2x4s. And into it is going to be going this green sand. That's the mold material itself. It's made out of about 8 parts of this play sand here, and 1 part clay. Oh, and here is the shape that I'm going to be impressing into this green sand. That's what my slingshot's going to look like. Moving right along, we've got a whole bunch of beer cans. I'm thinking about 50 of these should do it. And my fuel, which instead of propane that I used last time, now I'm using lump charcoal. And finally, the materials that'll be making up my forge. I got a whole bunch of bricks here, a steel grate, a steel crucible, which was a can of beans, and this hot air gun, which is going to be used to force air through this thing once I build it. And that's about it. That's all you need. So, my first step will be to get my mold prepared. So I will proceed to fill this up with green sand. Let's pack it down. Okay, now that I got that compacted, I'll take my form, place it on there thusly, and then fill around with sand. And we'll come back around it. Now ready to take this thing out. Hopefully it doesn't look like crap. Not too shabby at all. Well, it's not perfect, but I think it'll do nicely. Just about ready to play with fire. Last thing to do in preparation here is to build the forge. There, that ought to do it. Now we'll just fill this thing up with charcoal. Nice big pieces of rock. Put a touch of this stuff in just to get things started. Make a whole lot of smoke. Well, it is now time to play with some fire. Put this oily newspaper here. this is going to take a little while. Pretty much the first load of charcoal in here is just going to be to get this entire structure hot. And then once I've done that, then I'll be able to put my crucible in here. Using a little green sand to patch up any little cracks in the forage here. She's smoking nicely now. We've got a modest little inferno going in there now, so let's position you guys. You're a little better able to see. Getting there. I think we're ready to put the crucible on. Can's already getting red hot down at the bottom there, which means it's just about hot enough to melt some aluminum. Or sorry, aluminium. See what my little blobs of aluminum in there are doing. I threw it in 2 little pieces of tin foil. There, we're now hot enough. They're starting to melt. They're not quite liquid yet, but they're squishy. So we'll throw in a couple cans. See, we got some Alexander Keith's Cascade hops here. And some Becks. Well, one at a time. piece. I'm gonna fit this in here. We'll stick to the keys. Fuel is getting rapidly consumed. I'm going to have to refill it up again soon. Check this out. Now that it's crazy hot, I'm going to throw some wood in there. Maybe now I can get this guy in here. Yowza! Even through the gloves, this is ridiculously hot. In addition to the cans, I've also got these little scraps of aluminum from an earlier project. can anymore, so I guess it's time for more fuel. Fire. Is there anything you can't do? One more can and then we'll stop playing games. Okay, I lied. 2 more cans. Make that 3. I'm having too much fun. That's enough of the cans. Let's build something a little bit more substantial. A nice little aluminum ingot here. That should be the last thing I have to melt. It's time I move the camera to a location more suitable to view the pouring of this molten metal here. Alrighty, here goes nothing. Oh, I think I put a little bit too much. Well, I knew it was going to recede a little bit as it cooled, so I poured a little extra, but I think I poured way too much extra. Oh well, it'll still be fine. Well, it's raining out, so I'm going to make this short and sweet. But this thing is cooled down now. Obviously my sand was a little bit too wet because it was bubbling, as you saw there. But overall, it took the shape of the sand almost perfectly. I'm quite pleased with that. Obviously I got to cut this section off and that and that. But this is going to work out just fine. Yeah. Well, over the course of the last week, I've managed to turn this chunk of metal you see over here into this chunk of metal you see right here. The completed Slingshot. I really like the way this one turned out. See, I was already been playing with it a little bit. I got a couple fork hits there, but they just add some character. Well, I'd like to go over some of the features here. I've taken a page from Gamekeeper John, his Slingshot designs, and I've put scalloped fork tips on this one. And what that does is it pretty much causes the bands to remain centered as you're stretching. It helps with accuracy. And obviously this is a target shooting Slingshot. It's held in this configuration here. It's actually very comfortable, very positive grip. And one final feature is I'm also experimenting with Gamekeeper John's sighting system. So you can see there's a small groove in the center of this band here, fork tip. And what that does is as the rubber stretches over that groove, it makes a little divot in the rubber. And basically what you do is you treat that as a gun sight. This, by the way, was done entirely by hand. I couldn't use any machines on it because it was just destroying sandpaper and gumming up my grinding wheel. It was done entirely with files. And these are the files I used. I started off with this nice rough rasp here to do the majority of the rough shaping. And it's what was used to create the concave fork tips here. I followed that up with this, the rat tail file, which also was used for rough shaping. And the concave sections, it was also used to carve the small little divots I've got in the forks here for the rubber band to attach to. Moving right along, the finer polishing, shaping, such as inside the finger grooves and inside the thumb groove, was done with this half-round file, one of my all-time favorites. And I was also experimenting with this new one. It's another half-round, but this one is made out of diamonds! Diamonds! It worked pretty well. But, yeah, this one can even polish like ceramic and glass. I'm liking that one. And last but not least, this tiny little triangular file was used to carve out the little divot here. Now those 5 files you see, along with some sandpaper and steel wool, resulted in this. Oh, another nice little feature it has is this little spike, which I think looks pretty intimidating when held in this configuration. Well, hopefully you can see my nice little target right here, made out of paper. It's got some nice little concentric rings drawn on there. Hopefully you can pick that up. Time to start shooting. I picked up a new kind of ammo today. This is a 6mm steel. Real tiny. Well, inside the outermost ring, not bad. Not good, but it's not bad. Yeah, unfortunately the 6mm steel was just too small for my pouch. It was going through the hole and causing misfires. So instead, we used the 9.5mm. target shooting method takes a little getting used to, but once you do get it, it's quite intuitive. A number of them through the same hole, so I think that's a good sign. Even though that hole doesn't happen to be dead center. See the damage. Not too shabby. No bullseye yet. Let's see if we can fix that. Time to shoot something more animated, I think. I know what we can shoot. Everybody's favorite, the old beer ball. Hopefully it doesn't take me 100 shots to hit it. Slingshot! Yeah! Well, thanks for watching. Well, let me know what you think of this little beast here. I rather like it. The only problem I'm having is, once again, I can't think of what to name it. So I would, once again, appreciate your help. See, I was thinking like Seahorse, kind of based on the handle design, or Stinger, because it's got that crazy claw, scorpion-shaped doohickey on there. But, yeah, let me know what you think it should be called. And, I'm sure 300 heads can think better than one. Can certainly come up with something better than Seahorse. Last time, when I asked you to help me name a Slingshot, I went with kind of a random draw, but this time I'm thinking we'll go democratically. So just put your name in, and if you see another name that you like, vote it up. And at the end of a month's time, whichever name has the most votes associated with it will be the winner. And not only will you win naming rights to this Slingshot, but you will win this Slingshot. So you've got 1 month. Better make it good. Once again, thanks for watching. And, yeah, peace. Oh, thanks for the subs, guys. I really appreciate it.